I wanted to do this video for a couple reasons. I'm just recovering from this very bad cold I had, and I wanted to see how my voice sounds in a video now that I'm starting to at least feel passable in terms of my health. I mean, you should have heard me over the weekend. I could barely speak above a whisper, and I kinda sounded like Eddie Redmayne in that shitty Jupiter Ascending movie. But the second and most prominent reason is because I had a lot of good discussions with my friends in regards to this film. Specifically, I had plenty of conversations with my girlfriend about this film's existence and what we thought about it as more and more has been revealed. So I want to take this time to thank her for all those conversations, as they're my main inspiration for what I'm about to say. I've never been a fan of this recent trend of Disney live-action remakes. I thought Maleficent was pretentious garbage, Cinderella was Ever After without the effort, Jungle Book was just okay, and Pete's Dragon looks so uninteresting I didn't even bother to see it. But one thing I'll say about those remakes is that they at least made some sort of attempt to give themselves their own identities, separate from the films they were remaking. However, I've noticed that a common theme in regards to all the trailers and footage revealed for the upcoming remake of Beauty and the Beast is that it not only lacks any identity separate from the film it's remaking, but it seems to be putting all its effort to make sure it looks, sounds, and follows every minuscule step of the original without anything interesting of its own. Now don't get me wrong here, I love the original Disney film with as much passion as I could love a film, but if someone is doing a remake, I don't want to just see something that recreates the original shot by shot. I'd want to see something different. Otherwise, what would be the point of going to the theater and paying for some cheap remake when I could just stay at home and pop in the Blu-ray of the original that I already own? Every trailer for this remake seems to just scream, "It's exactly like the original, so you should just go see it already!" Don't get me wrong, interviews have shown that there's at least one original idea in this remake, but it's not necessarily an idea I can get behind. In an interview with Someone berate me in the comments below on how to pronounce that. The film star Emma Watson said this: "In the animated movie, it's her father who was an inventor, and we actually co-opted that for Belle." I was like, well, there was never very much information or detail at the beginning of the story as to why Belle doesn't fit in, other than she liked books. Also, what is she doing with her time? So we created a backstory for her, which was that she invented some kind of a washing machine. So that, instead of doing laundry, she could sit and use that time to read instead. So yeah, we made Belle an inventor. This is honestly rather concerning to me because not only does it feel like they're making changes to Belle's character for the sake of trying to prove that they're making a stronger character than the original, but it also shows how little the writers as well as Belle's actress fail to understand this character. The original was perfectly clear why she didn't fit in. It wasn't just her liking books. She was an individual that didn't want to settle down with the first dickhead who flirted with her. She didn't want to settle with some guy she barely knows and would rather seek adventure in strange new lands. And in the society established in this film, this was seen as a little more than odd. So no, Emma Watson, it wasn't just the fact that she liked books. You and the writers fail so miserably to understand such an amazingly developed character that I can't help but speculate that your interpretation is going to fall flat on its face. Also, wait, Belle invents the washing machine? How contrived and idiotic can you get? But my biggest concern for this remake is Watson herself. I'm not really a fan of hers as an actress and even felt her performances in stuff I like, such as Harry Potter, were a mixed bag at best. But from what's been shown, she seems really unenthusiastic in every line of dialogue shown so far.
I'm sure it'll come to me. Where are you off to?
To return this book to Père Robert. It's about two lovers in fair Verona.
Oh yeah, movie, I totally believe that is the same woman with a passion for all the stories she's read that inspire her desire for something more. And then you have her singing. Oh god, her singing.
I want adventure in the great wide somewhere.
Hello?
I want it more than I can tell.
Let's just put aside the obvious use of autotune and acknowledge that Watson sounds just as bored and unenthusiastic in her singing as she does in her acting. And keep in mind, the song from the movie isn't just some one-off bit of singing. This is a rather emotionally charged moment in the context of the story. Do you see the problem here? And yes, as many have pointed out, the obvious use of autotune on Watson is fucking horrendous. Could it have fucking killed you to get an actress who could actually sing for the leading part, or would that require too much effort? There are other things that should be brought up in this movie, such as how the servants look fucking terrifying. But I'm thinking that if this movie turns out as bad as I think it's going to be, I may just save it for a movie mashup episode when it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray. Until then, I hope you enjoyed my ramblings on a movie that hasn't come out yet, and would love to hear what you have to say in the comments. Have a good day, everyone.